Welcome to the Visualize Meditations podcast, hosted by your friend Sasha Patil, a Chopra certified meditation teacher. The first step to creating the life of your dreams is to create a clear and compelling vision for what you want for the future. I'll be guiding you on visualization meditation so you can get clear on your deepest desires. Let's get started so you can turn your vision into a reality. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. It's your gal pal Sasha. And to paint the scene for you right now, it is my last full day in Thailand. I'm leaving this morning to go back to Bangkok to hang with a pal. And then I will be hitting the next stop on my Asia leg tomorrow. And I will be in that location for a month. So I'm really looking forward to moving and the change of scenery. It's actually really interesting that I'm moving really quickly from place to place while I've been traveling. The only spot I was in for more than 2 weeks was Paris. Other than that, I've been bopping around every 16 days or less. And to be honest with you, yes, moving from place to place is actually really difficult. It's tough on the body, it messes with your routine, it's tough on your mental state. But at the same time, I find that I'm booking all of these things in advance because it's not as spontaneous as when you have a van and you're doing van life and you can just go. This is a little bit different because I'm booking plane tickets, but because I have to plan a little bit in advance, I don't book a ton of time in each spot. And by the time I've booked my flight and by the time my departure date arrives, I'm ready to leave a place. I'm ready to move on, ready to keep going. And honestly, I find it's kind of the same thing with people as well. There have only been a handful of times where I've spent time with people, and by the end of that time, I'm still wanting to be with them. I feel that way mostly about my friends in Paris, and I'm still talking to them twice a day. That's crazy. I feel so involved in their lives. They're all calling me, they're all texting me. And I know things about each of their lives that the other people don't know. So it's kind of nice to be still super involved in my life in the house and my life in Paris, even though I'm not there anymore. And funny enough, Monsieur 66 is actually coming to Asia for the last leg of my trip, which is so crazy. I think I was expecting it because we talked about it, but now that it's actually happening, I'm a little bit in shock, but really excited and really looking forward to that leg. And I hate to say it, but it looks like I might have to change my plans for a boy, which I really don't love that I have to say that out loud, but I was planning. I'm not gonna get into it too much until everything's confirmed, but I did have plans to go to one particular country that I felt really, really strongly about. And now that Mr. Poisson is coming, I'm, talking to my family, and we're thinking about if it makes sense for me to go there with this person, and right now, I'm not sure, so I might have to change my plans for a boy, which, is kind of breaking my own rules, but, it's up to the comfort level of my family. So since the last time we talked solo, I just arrived in Bangkok, and I had spent 3 days there, and I was about to leave for the other 2 legs of my Thailand trip, and I'm just wrapping up those legs now. So I guess it's been a couple weeks, and truthfully, I loved the Thailand leg so much. I really, really enjoyed my time here. I think the food is the best part of this country. I've eaten my body weight in Thai food and then some. It's incredible. And it's so interesting to see the difference of Thai food here compared to Thai food in the US and the differences there. And it's my local Thai restaurant in my hometown does this really well, or wow, this is never on the menu, or I've always get this, but it tastes different here. And it's interesting to kind of see to see the differences there. Also, I think that the experiences in Thailand are so unique. There's so many experiences that are Thai specific, and experiencing those here are so interesting, and I really enjoy it. And I'm going to be bopping around Southeast Asia a little bit more on this leg. Truthfully, I'm really, really excited for my upcoming legs of the trip. I'm really excited for the last couple of months of my trip. It's so crazy because I'm doing a lot of planning right now, and I'm doing a lot of figuring out what's coming next. And it's so crazy because I'm just like, oh yeah, the travel stops in December. And it's like, well, not really, because I'm still traveling around the States. I still have the holidays. I still have to figure out where the hell I'm going next year and figure all that out. And I truthfully don't know. People keep asking me where I'm going to end up next year. And truthfully, I don't know. I think I might do another year of travel, but focus on 4 to 5 cities that I'm considering moving to. These cities are cities I've visited many times in my life, and I've actually lived in 3 of them. And the other 2 I have not, but I've spent a lot of time there in my life. So, and there are pros and cons to each city. So I think I'm just might bop around, spend extended time in those areas and see which life speaks to me most. Or I might just continue to bop around until one place called me. Or I might just continue to bop around until I drop dead. You never know. I just continue to travel around until I feel called to a place or called to a thing for more than one time. But who's to say I have to stop? I don't think I will continue at this rate because moving every 2 weeks or less is really hard. And it's eaten a lot of time. It's eaten a lot of energy. And like as much as I've enjoyed seeing and experiencing as much as I have this year, I do love my routine. I do love to get into my groove, into my vibe. I really enjoy that. So I'm excited to spend extended time in different places next year. I've learned a lot from traveling solo for 9 months. So if you want some tips about solo travel, this is the episode for you. Number 1, keep your head on a swivel. Be looking side to side. When you're out and about, don't put your AirPods on noise canceling mode. I will only keep my AirPods on noise canceling mode in the gym or on a plane or when I'm in a location where I know I'm secure and no one is around me. But in general, have your wits about you. Keep your head on a swivel. Number 2 is I don't go out at night alone. I am locking myself in my Airbnb as soon as the sun goes down and I am working typically. The only time I'll go out is when I have a friend or if I meet someone out and about and I go meet them somewhere and then come back, but I'm not going out venturing solo alone after dark. Bad things happen after dark. I mean, I don't make the rules, right? I mean, actually, I do make the rules, but I don't go out at night alone when I'm traveling solo. And the third rule is I don't drink when I'm traveling solo. The only time I'll drink is if I bring a drink back to like wherever I'm staying. For example, like my Airbnb here has a rooftop bar. So like maybe I'd go to the rooftop bar and have a drink because it's not crowded. There are not a ton of people around. I have my own space. I know I can just take the elevator back down to my Airbnb and I know I'm safe. Same thing of coming here and drinking in my Airbnb. I might have a cocktail here. I might have a beer here, but I know no one is gonna mess with me. So those are 3 rules. Don't leave your shit unattended. And this one is the hardest one as a solo female traveler because sometimes I am on a beach and I want to go swim. But I can't really because I don't want to leave my stuff there. Or sometimes I'm at the airport and I want to go to the bathroom, but I want to save my seat. Can't do that because I'm solo female traveling and I have to stay with my stuff. But never leave your stuff unattended. And that goes with the other one, which is always keep an eye on your stuff. And I learned this from getting my shit stolen in San Francisco. You can follow all your rules. You cannot go out at night alone. I went out with a group of girlfriends. I had my stuff tied up and on my body, but I was distracted when this person stole my stuff. So it goes with rule 1, keep your head on a swivel, but also don't only leave your stuff unattended, but when you have your stuff on your person, especially if it's important things like your phone, your wallet, your passport, your laptop, make sure your hand is on your bag. Make sure no one is coming in your personal space. If you have a lock on your bag, lock up your bag. Just make sure that you're taking care of your stuff. Have an ongoing itinerary with the contact information of every place you're staying, the address of every place you're staying, any contacts you have in the country, any friends you'll be traveling with, the tours, the confirmation numbers. Keep it all in one place. I personally use Notion, not sponsored. I love Notion. And my family and really close friends all have links to this. And it came in handy, right? When I got my phone and wallet stolen, my parents knew to call they didn't hear from me for 12, 13 hours. I was supposed to have a call with my dad. And I didn't answer the phone, obviously. So my dad knew to call my college friend that I was staying with. And he had her name, he had her number. It was all right there in the itinerary. So if you're traveling solo, make sure that your loved ones know where you are. And make sure that your loved ones know who to contact if they can't reach you. Or if you're traveling solo, like for example, I'm here in Thailand by myself. And I do have a friend who's traveling with me. They have her name, her number. They know to contact her if they haven't heard from me. They know the hotel that I'm staying at. They have the phone number of the Airbnb host. They have the phone number of the hotel. They have the phone number of the tour. They have all the information, so they know where I am. If they haven't heard from me in a day or two, like, they know the last people to see me. So keep track of everything and keep it all in one place. I love Notion because I can do it on my laptop. I can show up on my phone, and it's super, super easy. The next is don't overplan. Like, I am someone when I travel solo, I love to do a tour, and I came to this realization that I've been doing these tours, and I'm like, oh, why is it that I'm like doing all these things and it's such a touristy stuff? And I'm realizing it's like because I'm literally taking tours. Well, that's because I want to see the things that you're supposed to see when you're here. And the best way to do that is a tour where a guide will take you from place to place. And sometimes those tours are absolutely worth it and amazing, and you meet really cool people, and the tour guides are helpful, and it's great. And then sometimes it's just like stupid touristy stuff where you're there with literally hundreds of other tourists standing in line to take one photo and then continue on and see something for 10 minutes and then get back on a bus. Like, sometimes it's not worth it. So don't overplan. Sometimes I just like to plan out where I'm sleeping and how I'm getting there, like train, plane, whatever, and then get recommendations from people, do some research, or just like wander. My favorite thing to do in every city I go to is to just wander around. Go explore a city. Obviously, stay safe. If you get bad vibes from a place, don't go there, but stay safe, travel around, wander around, see what's out there. Stumble upon something that you didn't know was there in the first place. It's truly my favorite thing to do. And it's the best way to learn a city is to just walk and wander. Always have more than 2 forms of identification. If you only have 1 form of identification, which I do right now because someone stole my fucking ID, have a picture of a 2nd form of identification. Always have more than 2 forms of identification, and keep your money and your card in different places in your bag. So if someone steals all your stuff, they're not stealing all your stuff. Like, you still have some cash, you still have some credit cards, you still have another form of identification. If someone steals my phone, I had 2 laptops. So always make sure that you have backups, especially if you're traveling alone. If that's your tech, if that's your money, if that's your ID. Those are the 3 things that you absolutely need no matter what. The rest, you can just sort out. Like clothes, you can get it. Toiletries, you can get it. All that other stuff, you can get it. But the phone or your identification, your technology, and your money, make sure that you have access to those and make sure they're kind of separated and scattered throughout your stuff. This tip is document a lot. I document everything. To be honest, like, yes, I'm doing a daily vlog of what I'm getting up to in this life because what I'm doing this year is highly entertaining. But I will say I love being able to go back and watch what I did in the beginning of the year. I love being able to go back and watch like what I did, what I saw, what I explored, and be like, wow, I did some really cool shit. And documenting everything is really cool. And like, I enjoy the photos, but also I'm really enjoying the videos because I'm liking seeing myself work. I'm like seeing myself cry and remembering, oh yeah, Rio was a really, really hard chapter. I was in tears every day, knee deep in grief. Like, remembering that is also very helpful. Don't just remember the highlight reel, remember the other stuff too. And it doesn't have to be documenting with photos, videos. It can be journaling. It can be talking into a mic. It can be scrapbooking, like whatever. Just record your journey and take note of how you feel and take note of the lessons you're learning, because as you're continuing on your journey, you gain so much knowledge and wisdom. I feel like I've lived a million different lives since I started to travel, and I truly feel the difference in my evolution of who I am now compared to who I was before. And I'm loving my evolution. Like, I'm loving who I am. I feel so good in my own skin. Be open to new experiences and new people. I've met so many cool people as I've been traveling solo around the world, out and about on tours, in coffee shops, in restaurants. Say hi to the person next to you. If someone else is solo, say, hey, where are you from? Or I always carry we're not really strangers with me. So sometimes when I'm out and about, I literally just have a handful of cards and I'm like, pick a card. And I ask someone a question and I get to know them. And it's really cool. It's like, be open to new people, new experiences. Don't just stay like to yourself, you know? The things I love about solo travel, number 1, I feel like it really helps evolve the relationship you have with yourself. You have to, when you're lost and you don't know where to go, you have to rely on yourself to figure it out. When you have to figure out how to communicate with people who don't speak the language, you have to lean on yourself. When you have to do this or that, like, you have to depend on yourself. And in that, you really strengthen the relationship you have with yourself. You really learn to trust yourself. You really learn to know that you are or I've learned that I'm really resourceful. I've learned that I can figure anything out that I need to. I've learned that I'm not worried about any challenge I encounter. I know I will handle it, no problem. And you really build trust with yourself. You really build a great relationship with yourself. The other thing I love about solo travel is that I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not with a group of people where we're all disagreeing about where to eat dinner or what show to see or what activity to do or what to watch on TV. No, I am doing whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to order whatever food I want. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to go do what activity I want. I'm going to be on my own timeline. I'm going to be on my own schedule. I'm going to work when I want. I'm going to sleep when I want. I'm going to work out. I'm going to fall asleep watching Call Her Daddy every night. The amount of times I've fallen asleep to the Kid Cudi episode is actually funny. I swear to God, if I'm not becoming Kid Cudi by the end of this year, I don't know who I am. And it's not because this episode is boring, right? I literally am just putting it on, putting my eye mask on and going to sleep. And I just fall asleep watching Call Her Daddy every night. It's funny because I had the TV on. And when I had a friend coming to stay with me, she's like, oh, are you going to turn the TV off? And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I forgot. When I'm alone, I fall asleep to TV every night, mainly because I really like noise. And a lot of the places I stay in are really quiet and I need noise to sleep. It's the inner New Yorker in me that needs a little something, obviously. But I really like solo travel because I can do whatever the hell I want and I don't have to worry about anyone else. And it also allows you to kind of tap into your intuition more about what do I feel like doing? What do I feel like eating? What do I feel like seeing today? Do I need to rest more? Do I need to work more? Do I need to work out? Do I want to explore? Do I want to hang out? Do I want to chill? It allows me to kind of do whatever the hell I want. And you're also nurturing the relationship you have with yourself. Yes, you're building trust with yourself, but you're nurturing the relationship. Like in the same way, when you go on a trip with your loved one or your friends or your family and you think back on the trip, you're like, oh yeah, remember all those times we did this, that, and the other? I get to have that, but with myself. I get to be like, oh man, you remember that time we went to blah, 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 ate this thing and met this person and whatever? Yeah, I get to have that with myself. And it's really cool to nurture that relationship and to build my own memories alone. I'm feeling so good in my own life. I'm feeling so excited about what's coming up. I'm feeling so grateful about everything. I'm just feeling incredible. And I want to record that. I want to take note of all of that, So that's another tip as well. The things I don't love about solo travel is, again, yes, I don't like to leave my stuff unattended. I really don't love having to figure out what I'm going to eat. It's one of my least favorite things about adulting is decision stress around what I'm going to eat. Even though sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm in the mood for this. Sometimes I spend more time than I should trying to figure out what the fuck I'm eating because I just have indecision there. And I'm just like, I don't care. Just get nourishment in my body and make it taste good. And that's it. So I don't love doing that. And then also when you make a decision, you have to just trust your instincts. But sometimes if you make the wrong one, it's on you to do that. And honestly, I haven't felt lonely in a long time. Even though I've been alone, I haven't felt lonely in a long while. I'd say the last time I felt a little lonely was Rio de Janeiro. And even then, I was really talking to a lot of loved ones then, and I was working a ton, and I made friends in Rio de Janeiro. But I was a little lonely at that time. And I'd say Auckland. Those two places I felt the most lonely. But even then, I didn't feel super alone. In Auckland, I made friends. I was on tours. In Rio, I made friends and was on the phone with loved ones. And I was on the phone with loved ones in Auckland too, but I haven't really felt lonely since traveling alone, which is kind of a cool thing to learn actually, is that I've been wandering around, I've been traveling solo, and I haven't felt lonely. I've just really enjoyed my own company, really enjoyed my own time, my own space, loving my life, loving who I'm becoming. And it's been a journey and it's been a process. But there are things that are not so glamorous too. I will say that the first reaction typically is when I tell people I'm traveling full time, they're like, oh, isn't it nice? Oh, aren't you so lucky? And yes, I am so lucky. I am so grateful that my job is fully remote and that I'm able to travel, and my job is so flexible with me, and my business is remote. I'm so glad that I'm able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. My company knows that the work will always get done. It might just be at really weird hours. I'm so grateful that I have the financial ability to do this. I'm so glad I have the time flexibility, the location flexibility to do what I want. I'm very, very grateful to be in this position, but it's not easy. No one said this was easy. It is very difficult to lean on yourself, to constantly be moving, to be thrown out of your routine every couple of days, to be moving from place to place, to be balancing a business, a full-time job, and traveling full-time. If you planned a trip You know how much work can go into planning a trip, right? Now imagine doing that every couple of days, just constantly nonstop. If I finish planning one leg of my trip, I'm planning the next leg. I try my best to do it chronologically, but sometimes it's very difficult. For example, I don't have a flight back to the States yet. I don't know where I'm going to be coming from. I don't know how I'm going to be getting back. But right now, I'm not planning that last leg. Right now, I'm planning the leg before. And truthfully, I'm even planning the next leg. Like, I leave for my next country tomorrow. And at the end of the month, I don't know where I'm staying. Like, I have an idea, but I haven't booked it yet. I'm planning about anywhere from a week to a month out. But for the most part, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of logistics coordinating. It's really tough. All of my relationships are long distance. I feel so loved and so cared for, but truthfully, I do miss my people. I do miss being around them, and I know people miss me. And it's tough. It's tough sometimes. It's hard that I haven't talked to my sister on the phone in weeks. I don't even know if we've talked since Burning Man, and it's been over a month at this point. I don't know if I've talked to my sister since Burning Man. And it's like our schedules are opposite, like it's stuff like that that's really difficult and really hard. And it looks glamorous on paper and it looks fun, but it's difficult to do this. And I think that's the other thing too. I don't love that people have this like perception that my life is great, my life is easy. Like, guys, let's remember, yes, I'm doing this traveling thing. And yes, I'm taking this most incredible year of my life to just do whatever the fuck I want to do. But let's remember why. I went through an incredibly painful breakup. And I had to leave a life that I was so in love with out of nowhere after 10 days. And honestly, the breakup was pretty traumatic. The rug was pulled out from under me very quickly. I thought I was going to marry this guy. I thought I was going to buy an apartment with this guy. And the rug got pulled out from me very, very quickly. And within the span of 10 days, my entire life that I thought was all laid out, the plan changed. And it was so painful and so hard and really difficult. And that's the reason I'm traveling. It's not because I'm like, oh, I want to have fun and just like, yes, it is that. Yes, I want to have fun. And that's the goal this year, right? But the reason I'm doing it is not because I just felt like it and just because I had the opportunity. The reason is because I literally have no home. I literally have no home. I don't have anywhere to go. Listen, I could pick an apartment. I could live somewhere, right? It's true. But I have no home. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going through a really, really tough breakup. And it's almost been a year since the breakup. In November, it'll be a year. And actually, funny enough, I'm going to be with my childhood best friend. And after that, Monsieur 66, during the anniversary of my breakup, I'm going to be with Monsieur 66 over Thanksgiving, over the anniversary of my breakup, over a lot of things. And I can't believe that we're coming up on a year now. And I think about where I was a year ago from now, and my life was so drastically different. I think about where I was a year ago. I think about where I was 2 years ago. Honestly, actually, 2 years ago from this October, 2 years prior was probably the beginning of the end of my relationship. I will never forget the 1st of October, 2023. I will never forget that day. And that was the beginning of the end. And I won't talk about here what happened on that day. I think about where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, and I think about where I am now, and I'm like, wow, I didn't ever think that I'd be sitting in Thailand talking to a camera about the lessons, the benefits, and the drawbacks of traveling solo. I never thought I'd be in this position. Honestly, in almost every way, my life is better. In almost every single way. I do love routine. I do love stability. I do love like being in one place and like having a home and a community. But in every which way, my life is happier and more fulfilling. And I was so happy in my relationship. I was so fulfilled in my relationship. I was so happy and I loved my life in Miami. But my life now is so much more aligned to who I am. And it really promotes my ability to grow. It really promotes my ability to really lean on my strengths and really lean on who I am and what I do best in growing as a human being. So I think about it and it's pretty cool because I was very, very happy, but I'm happier now. And felt like myself then, but I feel more like myself now. And I'm wondering if this is just something with time. Like every year, do we grow and evolve? And every year, do we become different, more evolved versions of ourselves? And we just love who we are more and more as time goes on. And if that's the case, then I'm fucking stoked because I feel great. Like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, who gave me the right to be this hot? I look in the mirror and I'm like, you're the fucking bomb. Like you're the coolest motherfucker alive. Like I'm riding on the back of a scooter in Thailand and I'm like, who who told me I could be this cool? Like, who told me? Who told me I could live this life? Like, it's something awesome. And just to be able to experience that is really cool. And I'm enjoying it so much. I really do think if you're coming up on an anniversary of something, it doesn't matter if it's a birthday or a holiday or an anniversary of an important date for you, I would highly suggest spending some time in reflection and thinking about, wow, where was I a year ago? Where was I 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Just thinking about where you were and comparing that to where you are now and be like, have I grown? Have I evolved? Am I more happy? Am I more aligned? Am I more fulfilled? And thinking about it that way, it's something I'd highly encourage in anybody who's just like outliving their lives. And I used to do it all the time, and I do it a lot now too, because as we're coming up on anniversaries of things, especially like my breakup, especially my life changing, I'm really feeling quite grateful for the challenges, because the challenges just make me so much stronger. The challenges just help me evolve. The challenges are what's promoting my growth. You grow through what you go through, and I think that's so true. And even though like my breakup was the hardest thing I've ever been through, hands down, I don't think I've ever grown more in my life. It was definitely a quantum leap. And I feel like I quantum leaped last year, but I feel like I've quadrupled that this year. It's absolutely nuts. And yeah, it's crazy because yes, the breakup took place over 10 days, but I think the entire process of the breakup was a year. And I quantum leaped in that time because I was going through a really hard time. But man, if I think about the last year of my relationship versus the last year period, I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit. My life is fucking awesome. My life is great. And I don't know where I'm going next, but I don't have to. I don't have to know. All I have to do is enjoy and be present and observe. Observe what I like, observe what I don't like, be present and learn and grow, experience, open my eyes, open my heart, open my mind. That's all I have to do, really. And then work on myself, truthfully. So, anyway, I'm really excited for the next leg of this trip. I am in Asia another 2 months, and I'm hitting at least 4 more countries. It could be anywhere of 6 or 7, actually, depending on this last leg. I'm really excited I'm going to be spending 3 weeks with the Digital Nomad group, which I'm really excited about. I have some days solo, 3 weeks with Digital Nomad group, a couple more days solo, maybe like a week solo, and then I'll be with my childhood best friend, which I'm really excited about. He's the relationship I've had longest in my life. I've actually known him longer than I've known my own sister, which, long story, but I'll get into it at some point. I've known him since I was 5 years old, and we have traveled together a little bit, but we have never done an international trip together. We've never spent like 2 weeks together, and I'm really, really excited to spend like really good quality time with him. And not only am I celebrating my life right now and celebrating who I am, I'm celebrating over 2 decades of friendship with this guy. And then Monsieur Soissons is joining us for the last leg of our trip with me and my best friend. And then I will be with Monsieur Soissons for the rest of the Asia leg. So I'll be with him, I think, like 20 days or something. And oh my God, I talked on the phone with him a couple nights ago. Again, like this is only the second time we talked on the phone, and he makes me freaking melt. Oof, I don't mean to be swoony, guys, but when he's like, Sashi, I miss you. Oh my God, I was swooning. I'm so excited to see him. I'm so excited. I've been missing him a ton. And clearly he's been missing me too. If he's flying across an ocean to hang out with me. Which, by the way, guys, this is now the 3rd man who's flown to a different country to spend time with me. But truthfully, I've had way more offers than that. I think I've had, in addition to these 3 offers to come hang out with me in a different country, I think I've had maybe 5 offers from other men to come to a different country to hang out with me. And I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. And then just kind of like let it go. But yeah, I'm really excited to see him. I'm really excited to spend some time with some cool people. I don't have too much solo time left on this leg. Really only a handful more days of like solo time. So I really just want to enjoy it and fully immerse myself in this, because it's such a great opportunity and great time to connect with myself and to evolve and to grow and to learn and to be happy and to be free. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my ramble. We'll catch you guys next week on the Visualize Meditations podcast. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast.
Please follow, subscribe, leave a review, all of the good things. If you want to connect more, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Living Your Vision. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, create the life of your dreams, and we will see you next week.